Lately, Zoe has been really good to me. Every day she brings me a ton of snacks. And she often invites me out for late night food. Before long, I started gaining weight fast. In a short time, I couldn't even fit into my stage outfits anymore. It wasn't until I was standing on stage that I truly realized how much I'd gained, and the way the audience looked at me was completely different.
Rumi, why are you an idol if you can't maintain your appearance?
Whispers and insults spread through the crowd. The next day, Bobby called me into his office.
We've decided to terminate your contract.
I walked out of the building with nothing left, no expensive clothes or jewelry anymore. There wasn't even a single cent in my wallet. My stomach growled in waves. I kept wandering aimlessly. Then a billboard hit me right in the face.
Weightlifting challenge. $50,000 cash prize.
I froze.
$50,000.
Without hesitating, I walked straight into the venue to register.
Number 13.
The competition began. Opening match. The surprise contender, Rumi!
I stood behind the line, chalk dust on my hands, my stomach still aching.
And her opponent, ZOEY!
Zoe stepped out from the other side, her body muscular and solid. I went still. She leaned in close and spoke quietly.
Surprised, Rumi.
Get ready! The rules. You lift through each weight level. Whoever makes the final weight wins.
Down below, the audience almost unanimously placed their bets on Zoe. My eyes burned. I stepped up to the barbell, took a breath, and tried to lift. But the heavy fat on my body and my empty, starving stomach made it impossible to budge the bar. Meanwhile, Zoe cleared it easily.
Congratulations! Today's winner is ZOEY!
I stood backstage with tears rolling down my face.
I finally understood. She didn't bring me food to be kind. She brought it to ruin me. Zoe had been working toward this day for a long time.
I left the arena. When I got back, I looked at myself in the mirror and swore I would change, so no one could ever laugh at me again. During the day, I washed dishes for money just to get by.
I really appreciate this, thank you.
In the afternoons, I trained, I ran, I practiced martial arts, my fists pounding the heavy bag until my skin split. I lifted weights, the bar digging into my shoulders like a reminder. You are not allowed to be weak. 3 months passed. I looked in the mirror. My body had slimmed down, my muscles were tighter. Most of all, my eyes weren't afraid anymore. The day I returned to the competition, the sky was unusually blue. The arena was more crowded than last time.
Main event, the reigning champion, ZOEY!
Zoe walked out. The lights wrapped around her like she was a symbol. The crowd went wild.
And the returning challenger, Rumi!
I walked out. A few quiet, giggling laughs bubbled up.
Her again?
She's gonna lose fast this time. Bet on ZOEY!
The betting board flickered. Zoe's name flooded it like a tide. Only one tiny bet showed up under the name Rumi. I narrowed my eyes toward the seats.
Jinu, he had bet on me.
I looked down and brushed the chalk across my hands.
This time, the winner will be me.
At 100 kilograms and 120 kilograms, both Zoe and I made the lifts.
Round 3, 150 kilogram weightlifting.
Zoe pulled the bar halfway up and then froze. She couldn't finish it. As for me, with just a little more force, the bar went up, clean and decisive. Zoe stepped back, eyes wide.
Success! Rumi wins!
The MC placed the prize money in my hands. I took it, but my eyes searched for Jinu. He clapped once, stood up, and quietly walked away. And the name Rumi came back, through my own relentless effort. Hello, I'm Rumi. I'm a member of the girl group Huntrix. Tonight, I'm going to tell you about the night I almost died, and the person behind it was someone no one would have ever expected.
That night, after the final rehearsal for the Demon Hunters live tour in Los Angeles, I left the stage late. It was raining, the wind was cold, and the parking lot was lit only by a few dim yellow lights.
Tyler, the group's personal driver, was waiting in our familiar black SUV. He was the most trustworthy person in the crew, quiet, punctual, and incredibly careful behind the wheel.
Get in, Rumi. The roads are slick,
he said. I nodded and smiled. The car started moving, rain sweeping across the windshield. I leaned my head against the window, too tired to speak. Suddenly, Tyler frowned.
There's a car following us.
I turned around. A white sedan with no license plate was speeding toward us, headlights glaring. "Step on it," I gasped. The engines roared, the white car closed in, and then crash! A violent hit sent our car spinning across the highway. I heard the sound of metal crunching, glass shattering, then everything went black. When I woke up, I was in a hospital in Los Angeles. My arm was in a cast, my head pounding. A police officer stood by my bed, his tone stern.
Miss Rumi, the security cameras around the area were shut off right when the crash happened. This wasn't an accident.
Tyler only had minor injuries. He remembered clearly.
That white car never slowed down. It came straight at us like it was waiting at that curve.
What chilled me to the bone was when the officer added,
We found something unusual in your card, a turquoise keychain hooked to the passenger seat. It doesn't belong to the company or anyone in your group.
I looked at it and recognized it instantly. It was Emma's keychain, the petite administrative assistant from our management office in downtown Los Angeles. She always wore her ID card on a strap with a turquoise tassel. A small detail, but unmistakable. I stayed silent. Emma was the kindest person in the office. She made coffee for everyone, bowed politely, and once gave me a handwritten birthday card. There was no way she could be involved. But when the police showed the backup CCTV footage from the building's side gate, it was clear. Emma was seen bending down, opening the car door, placing something inside, then leaving. When questioned, she broke down in tears, her face pale.
I didn't mean to. I just did what they told me. They said to plant a tracking device. I didn't know it would cause an accident.
The officer asked.
Who told you to do it?
She was silent for a long time, before trembling and saying,
A man from a partner advertising company. He paid me. He said he wanted to stop Rumi from signing a private deal.
That man, a low-level PR employee who came to our building every day, always smiling, always bringing coffee for everyone. No one ever noticed him because he was so ordinary. But his bank records showed he had transferred money to Emma a few days before the crash. His goal, to stage a small incident that would delay my contract with a major brand he had hidden interests in. Weeks later, the case was closed. Emma was charged as an accomplice, and the man was arrested for deliberately endangering human life. The news exploded across entertainment media. They called it the music industry's commercial accident of the year. At the press conference after my discharge, a reporter asked,
Are you afraid to go back on stage after all this?
I smiled and said, No. I'll keep performing, because only when you face your fear do you find out how strong you really are.
Rumi! Mira betrayed us!
ZOEY threw that sentence at me like a ticking time bomb. I hadn't even finished chewing my mochi when my phone was shoved straight into my face. In that blurry but far too clear photo,
I'm so glad we came here tonight.
Me too, this is perfect.
Mira was kissing Abby, a member of Saja Boys, right in a dark alley. No staff, no lighting, no camera setup, just the two of them, and a moment that looked exactly like a secret date. The picture came with a caption, Kissing at 1 a.m. Is something happening inside Huntrix? My heart tightened. ZOEY was shaking with anger.
Did you know, Rumi? Did you know beforehand?
I didn't know anything, I answered, feeling my chest burn like someone had poured acid inside. We had promised not to hide anything important from each other. But Mira was kissing a famous male idol, and it had leaked like a scandal. If it wasn't love, then what was it? ZOEY didn't wait a single second. She rushed straight off to find Mira, and I ran after her without even thinking. Mira was removing her wrist wrap after practice, calm as if it were just another normal day, until ZOEY slammed the phone onto the table.
Mira, are you in love with Abby? And hiding it from us?
Mira froze. Her eyes widened, truly startled. But at that moment, ZOEY and I both believed it was the reaction of someone who had just been caught.
No, I'm not in love with anyone. Then what is this picture?
ZOEY shouted, her voice nearly breaking. I looked at Mira. She was trembling for real. At the very least, you should have told us, I said quietly. Mira bit her lips so hard it bled.
I can't say it, I can't. Not yet.
Those words were like pouring oil onto a fire. ZOEY immediately turned and walked out, so angry she couldn't even look at Mira. The practice room door slammed shut. Mira stood there, her shoulders stiff, tears falling before she could wipe them.
I just needed one more day.
Just one day.
Her voice was so small it dissolved into the air. But at that moment, we were too hurt to understand. That night, 9 p.m., Mira's solo MV officially premiered. Zoe and I sat next to each other, neither of us saying a word. Part of it was anger. Part of it was fear that the MV would confirm the thing that hurt us the most. Mira appeared in the role of someone being pushed to the edge. Abby entered the frame in a tense scene, and right after that, the kissing scene appeared. The same kiss from the photo we saw. Zoe's mouth fell open. I was stunned as well. Oh my god, Zoe whispered.
So, we really misunderstood.
It wasn't a lover's kiss. It was a scene. A scene filmed at 1 a.m. to avoid fans gathering. And the paparazzi had taken the photo at the exact moment before the lights for the scene were turned on, making it look like a secret date. Right then, Mira was standing at the door. No makeup, no battle costume. Just Mira, who had cried until her eyes were swollen.
I wanted to tell you, but the company forced me to keep absolute silence. If I leaked even one word, the whole project would be delayed. I was scared you two would be angry, but I wasn't allowed to explain anything.
Zoe stepped forward and hugged Mira tightly. I'm sorry. I thought you betrayed us.
I'm sorry too. I'm more afraid of losing you two than anything else.
I wrapped my arms around both of them, my voice cracking as I tried to joke to lift the heaviness.
Hey, next time you have a kissing scene, please warn us so we won't stand there looking like fish out of water.
Zoe burst out laughing. Mira laughed through her tears. In that moment, I realized it wasn't the photo that hurt us. It was the silence between the things we couldn't say. Mira's MV climbed the trending charts. The scandal was cleared up. And we, Huntrix, stood together once again, stronger than before.
Thank you so much for watching my vlog. Love you so much.